You come to the Smoky Mountains in East Tennessee and you'd like to find the best way to explore the beautiful mountains. There's 522,000 acres of forested land in the Smoky Mountain National Park with 800 miles of hiking trail. There's 151 maintained trails. Each of the trails are of different length and difficulty. I would like to inform you on how to choose the right trail that will give you the ultimate hiking experience. Through my personal hiking experience and research, I might possibly be able to help you choose a trail that will give you the best experience. Hiking in the Smoky Mountain National Park can be very enjoyable and exciting experience if you pick the trail that is best suited for your ability and your stamina. Today we're going to discuss rating the difficulty of a hiking trail, variances in mileage and elevation gain, and safety that leads to a successful hike. Before you choose a trail, you need to rate the difficulty. This can be done by using a formula that was developed by Dick Hawley and comes from the book Rocky Mountain National Park Hiker's Day Guide by Jerome Motz. The formula allows a rough gauge of the difficulty of a trail. The formula simply multiplies 2 1,000ths by the elevation gain in feet plus the round trip distance in miles. This formula will add a score of 1 for each 500 feet of elevation gain plus a score of 1 for each mile walked. When you weigh the variables against the Hawley formula, you can see that the ratings are only an indicator of the hike difficulty. Every hike has variances beyond elevation gain and distances. These variables include weather, experience, fitness, unique trail conditions, and the start and end elevation gains. The rating system simply gives you a reference point of one trail to another trail. A rating of 5 indicates an easy trail. A rating of 5 to 10 indicates a moderate trail, and a score over 10 is a strenuous trail. Now that we've established the difficulty rating of a trail, we need to decide the length and the elevation is best suited for you. The greater the elevation change, the more difficult the trail is. Total elevation gain is greater than the distance between the start and the end of the elevation. Some trails have a lot of ups and downs within themselves, and for an accurate reflection of the elevation gain, you need to consider the gains of each ascent within the trail instead of just measuring the difference between the lowest and the highest point of each trail. A good way to measure the elevation mile and the mileage of a particular trail is using the Garmin GPS Map 60SX GPS unit. If you're an inexperienced hiker and you don't have this type of equipment, or you just don't have the time to do so, you can go to the internet and get the same results. You can find mileage, elevation gain, and difficulty scores by using a website hikinginthesmokymtns.com/locations.htm. On this website you'll find trails with all the information you need to choose the right trail. Some of the examples you'll find there are, if you're going to be in the Gatlinburg area, there's the Baskin Creek Falls located on the Roaring Fork Motor Trail. It's 3 miles in length and has an elevation gain of 953 feet. The difficulty score for this trail is 4.91. Now if you're looking for a more moderate trail, you can choose the Rainbow Falls located in the Roaring Fork Motor Trail as well, and its miles are only 5.4, but it has a 1,685 foot elevation gain. And it's got the difficulty score of 8.77. Now if you're a more experienced hiker, or you just want a more strenuous hike, you can go in the Gatlinburg area again to Mount LeConte from the Bull's Head, and you can find another trail off the Roaring Fork Motor Trail. It's got a length of 14.4 miles and an elevation gain of 3,993 feet. Its difficulty rating is 22.93. There are many more trails to choose from. I've just given you a few to think about. Another important thing you might want to consider before you take your hike is some safety. Safety is important from the beginning to the end of any hike. First, you'll need to have someone else hike with you. It's always important to take one or more persons. Some things you might need to take with you are a small flashlight, just in case you get caught on the trail with the sun going down. You should always bring plenty of water too. You always want to stay hydrated. If you ever need to get water from the back country, though, you have to keep in mind that any water you take there will have to be treated before you can drink it, so be sure and bring plenty of water. You want to bring a first aid kit. You never know what can happen on the rough terrain. You can slip, fall, scrape a knee, get a cut. Best to be prepared for anything. It's also important to tell others where you're going to hike and when you expect to return. You never know what can happen, and if someone knows where you are, then they can come to get you in the event you don't make it back. You want to wear the appropriate outer gear and the right shoes. Check your current weather conditions and make sure that you're always prepared for quickly changing weather conditions. So you can see, hiking in the Smoky Mountain National Park can be fun and rewarding. Hiking is a great way to see and experience the park with the 800 miles of hiking trails to choose from. If you take a little time, as I pointed out, to check the mileage, elevation gain, and the difficulty of each trail, you can find a trail that's best suited for you. If you'll go to the internet, you can get all this information at thesmokymountains.com and find a trail that's best for you. Be prepared, be safe, and bring all the necessary equipment. Always go with someone else. It's more fun and it's a safe way to hike. I hope you have a wonderful and enjoyable hiking experience the next time you're in the Smoky Mountain National Park. Thank you.